Today we're going to make a pork tenderloin in the crock pot, and it's something that's super easy, especially if you're just starting out with a crock pot. This is something that's really easy. Doesn't take a lot of ingredients. I mean, probably 5 ingredients max. You can put whatever you like in there. So we're going to start by turning on our crock pot. So you just want to put it on high and take off the lid. Obviously make sure that it's plugged in. That's a beginner's faux pas sometimes. Make sure it's plugged in and turn it on high. Just pour a little bit of your broth in there. You want a little bit in there before you put your meat in there. And then we just grabbed a pork tenderloin from the store. It was super cheap. This is like 2 pounds of pork tenderloin for like $4.44. So, I mean, this is something that you can eat on all week. You can do it for Make Ahead Monday and then make all kinds of stuff during the week with the leftovers, or you can make it for a party and have a bunch of people over and have a pork tenderloin. It's all different applications you can use for this. So, and they'll think that you spent all day making it and it was just in your crock pot. Okay, so now we're going to put the tenderloin in the crock pot. And you just lay it in there. Make sure that it's on the bottom of the crock pot touching. And then you're going to wash your hands. Okay, so just always make sure to wash your hands after dealing with any kind of raw meat. So after you wash your hands, now you'll pick out some seasonings you want to season the meat with. We have some garlic salt. We're going to sprinkle some of that in there. And then we have some pepper, just some, you can use it out of the pepper grinder, or if you just have regular shaking pepper, just use that. It's whatever you like. I mean, if you like lemon pepper, whatever you like. This is some paprika. These are just the seasonings we like, but you can use whatever you have in your pantry. It's all gonna taste good. And then we just chopped up some onions. We just took 2 onions and rough chopped them, just quartered them, because when they cook down, it's going to be super soft, and you don't have to spend a lot of time mincing onions or anything. Just give them a rough chop, wash them and chop them, and those will cook down really nicely. And then this is about a pack of mushrooms, about 1.5 packs of mushrooms. And these are gonna get really good with that chicken broth in there. They're gonna get moist and soft. They're really good, especially if you leave them whole like this. You can chop them if you like, or if you already have a pack of chopped mushrooms, but they're really good whole like that, and it saves you time. Now we're gonna just put a little more seasoning so that those veggies get some seasoning on them. You always wanna season your meats and veggies. Just season it with whatever you use to season your meat. And then you'll just use the rest of the broth to top everything off. Just go around the sides. You don't need to cover up all of your vegetables. It'll eventually bubble up over everything once the juices from the meat start cooking and everything. Now you just grab your crock pot lid and you put it over the top. Now don't seal the crock pot. That's a no-no, because things could get too hot in there and blow the top. So don't ever lock your top while it's cooking. But then just leave it on high for about 3 hours. Check it after 3 hours. You'll see that things are bubbling in there. We'll come back after 3 hours and show you how it's doing, but you'll just want to check it and make sure that things are cooking well in there. But that's it. You don't have to be stirring or anything like that. Just let it cook, let it go for 3 hours, and we'll be back in 3 hours. Set your timers. Okay, it's been 3 hours, and we are now going to carefully take the top off the pork loin, because it's going to be steamy when you take that top off. So make sure you take it off on the side. There you go. Take it off. You see it's going to be dripping, so just be careful. It's hot. And you see the juices are bubbling in there. We got our onions and our mushrooms and seasoning, and the pork loin's down in the bottom. And let's just grab a spoon so we can see how the meat's doing down there. Okay, so now we have our spoon, and let's just move some of those veggies out of the way and see how the meat is doing down in there. Whoa, look at that. Whoa. So that looks pretty good. Let's see if we can maybe cut into it and make sure the meat's done. Yeah, that looks good. That looks excellent. And we can serve that with anything we want. We have our veggies, we have our meat, we can have it with some rice, we can have it with potatoes, we can have it with anything that you like. So, and you can eat on that all week. I think probably later on this week we'll make it with breakfast, with lunch, with dinner. You can, you know, stay tuned for some other videos where we'll be making it with other kinds of things that we'll integrate the pork loin with. So that's it. That's how you cook a pork loin in a crock pot. Hope you enjoyed.